Hey everybody, Sly here, and today I'm going to be doing another reaction video. This one, I'm going to be doing reacting another all top fives. This one in particular is called 5 Incredible Spider Facts. That sounds interesting. So let's find out what kind of spider facts are there.
Please consider supporting my work on Patreon from only $1. Thank
Remember
you.
to do that. Here we go.
Hello and welcome to All Top 5s. Love them or hate them, spiders are almost everywhere. We all know they have 8
I know
legs,
Steve is
they spin
arachnophobia.
webs and keep the number of flies down, but there are some unbelievably interesting things that these little creatures are capable of.
Let's find out.
Number 5. When is a spider not a spider? When it's pretty much anything else. Evolution has been kind to spiders, enabling them to be masters at catching their prey.
Yeah.
Some species do this by disguising themselves, and the wardrobe is incredible.
Oh, like a camouflage.
There's not 1, but 14 different kinds of jumping spider who mimic ants.
Ant and spider. Oh my
One
god.
particular kind even copies the ant's behavior and uses its front legs as waving antennae.
It's kind of like copycat
It's
spider.
so convincing that even
Well, I like to
spider
call it
wasps who prey on
spider
spiders
wasp.
are fooled as they actively avoid ants. Then
Wow.
there's the ladybird mimic spider of East
Lady.
Asia,
Oh
whose body
my
shape
god.
and pattern convinces potential predators that it's actually a foul-tasting ladybird.
Wow.
Even more impressive is the bird-dropping spider of Australia.
What?
As you can see, they resemble bird droppings quite effectively. It's not glamorous, but it stops birds from eating them. Moreover, the bird-dropping spider catches its prey by using another form of disguise.
Wow.
At night, the spider dangles from a thread and releases a pheromone that smells of female moths looking to mate.
Right.
Like a moth to a flame, or perhaps a spider, the male moths are hopelessly drawn in and snatched up by the spider's powerful grip.
Wow.
The levels of trickery here are mind-blowing.
Oh,
as in the
I
case
seen
of the
this
silver
type of spider
ajapi.
a long time ago.
She spins a web featuring striking and obvious patterns
From like a window
crosses
years
and
ago when we
zigzags.
used to have a garage.
While this may seem a poor decision for a supposedly hidden trap,
Split
these
leg
patterns
spider.
are believed to reflect
I
ultraviolet
don't know
light.
if that's what you call it.
When they do, they actually match the patterns seen on flowers that guide insects to their nectar,
Wow.
luring the foolish bugs directly into the spider's web. With tricks like all of these, it's no wonder that spiders have been so successful.
Interesting.
Number 4. Spiders' success can be measured in numbers. There are over 48,000 species of spider. They've been around for over 200 million years. All the world's spiders together weigh over 25 million tons. And the toughest can live to the age of 25 years.
Wow. In
And that
lifetime.
success has placed spiders in every conceivable habitat on every continent on Earth, except for Antarctica.
Except for Antarctica.
Far from the spiders you'll find in your house,
That's
is the
jumping
Himalayan jumping spider.
Yeah, I
These
seen
little
those. A
arachnids
little
live at
tiny little
elevations up
jumpy
to
spider.
22,000 feet and have been found on Mount Everest itself.
Really?
They're the highest known spiders, and possibly even the highest known animals in the world that live permanently at such altitudes.
Hide in the mountaintops.
Then there are spiders that live in the hottest, driest
Oh,
possible
one of those
conditions,
spiders.
in deserts with no water for miles, such as many different species of
Carries.
tarantula.
They're not
They
tarantulas.
burrow under the sand to
Oh, that
cool
looks
down in
cute.
the blistering heat of day,
With a lot of hair
hunting
and that.
mostly at night. At the other end of the scale are the water spiders.
water spider,
who live their
okay.
entire lives on and under the water, all across the northern hemisphere.
Oh,
They
look at
trap
the fangs
air
of
bubbles
that
in the hairs
sucker.
on their bodies, giving them buoyancy and an oxygen supply as they catch insects and crustaceans beneath the surface of ponds
And
and
fish.
marshes.
Damn.
In fact, there have been documented cases of spiders in space.
What?
Though not quite like that. NASA sent 2 European garden spiders called Arabella and Anita into space aboard the Skylab space station in 1973.
Really?
They adapted to being weightless
Arabella,
fairly quickly
that's what it looks
and
like.
even managed to
Small
spin
little
webs, though these webs were patchier than on Earth. There have been golden orb spiders on the International Space Station more recently too, who spun particularly circular webs in contrast to the usual three-dimensional asymmetric webs that they spin on Earth.
Wow.
Spiders can even thrive in space then, it seems.
Unreal.
Number 3. Usually we think of spiders as lonesome creatures that stalk about the house late at night, or who sit alone in their web waiting for their prey. While it's true that most spiders are reclusive and come together only briefly to mate or eat one another, there are some exceptions. In 2007, at Lake Tawakoni State Park in Texas, a communal web was found that measured 180 meters across.
Damn.
That's nearly the length of 2 football fields. Belonging to tangleweb spiders, it's believed to be one of the largest social cobweb structures ever discovered.
Unreal.
A huge
Can
colony
you
of
imagine?
spiders living alongside each other. In 2010, flooding in Pakistan forced usually unsociable spiders up off the ground and into the trees. The end result was veritable cocoons filled with spiders, many meters high.
Wow.
And in Brazil in 2013 and 2019,
an
even more terrifying phenomenon occurred.
All over.
Hundreds upon hundreds of tiny spiders built seemingly communal webs so fine and wide-reaching together that the creatures seemed to be floating in midair in great numbers. These colonies became known as raining spiders to the locals. Who knows when the next rain is due to fall?
Yeah. Wow.
Number 2. Ever heard of a spider goat?
No.
Well, they technically exist.
Really?
Spider silk is an incredible substance, up to 10 times stronger than steel of the same weight, extremely stretchy, and very good at withstanding extreme cold and heat. It has all sorts of fantastic properties for us, if only we could produce it in greater quantities.
Right.
And genetic scientists have attempted exactly that, bringing to life the world's very first spider goats. Cloning researchers took adult goat cells and placed them into unfertilized egg cells. These eggs had been genetically modified to include spiders' genes, identified as being the web-producing genes. They then went on to breed the otherwise normal goats, whose milk contained the unique proteins found in spider silk.
Wow.
These then had to be heavily processed, of course, but the researchers were successful in producing synthetic spider silk from goat milk. There are many, many medical and practical uses for artificial spider silk, but one particularly entertaining one is being considered by the US Navy, who plans to use spider goat milk silk as a tool for entangling ships' propellers.
Wow.
Just let that sink in for a moment. What a world we live in.
Yeah. Okay, number 1.
Number 1. Spiders spin all sorts of different webs, from funnels to nets, from cobwebs to the classic spiral webs.
It's amazing how spiders
These spiral
create
webs
so
can be
many
a
web
beautiful
designs.
sight and feature in all sorts of
And
mythology
you can see
and
it like in the
artworks.
spring and summertime.
While it might be somewhat romantic to consider the spider's web an artistic impression, conveying perhaps the spider's feelings,
Yeah.
there can be strange effects on the design of a spun web. In 1948, a bizarre experiment was carried out on some poor unsuspecting spiders and repeated in 1995. They were fed drugged flies or spiked sugar water, each containing a different stimulant or chemical compound, and the results were striking.
Wow.
The normal web is fairly standard, as you might expect, but there were big changes in the webs created by spiders on marijuana, benzodrine, caffeine, chloral hydrate, and LSD.
Wow.
Marijuana spiders spin unfinished,
That's what it looks like,
somewhat
marijuana.
sloppy webs that have a lot less precision than their sober counterparts.
That's normal, no drugs, and with
The
marijuana.
strong sedative chloral hydrate caused spiders to produce a fairly good shape, but entirely unfinished.
Wow.
The bare bones structure is there, with the central ring and attached supports,
So
but
pretty
that's
much the
where it
spiders are on
stopped.
drugs.
Perhaps the spider
Pretty
fell
much.
asleep. Benzodrine, or speed, not
That
only
looks
affected the
like,
amount of web the
like a-
spider produced,
like an
but
angel.
also the design,
If you
with
come to think of it.
individual connective strands in odd orientations, normally so
person.
parallel and uniform.
Parasol.
Caffeine spiders produced erratic webs with almost no pattern to them at all, just a
Oh, caffeine
crisscross
gives
of
you
random
more
threads
energy.
quite unlike the standard spiral. Caffeine is a stimulant after all. Finally, the hallucinogenic
LSD.
LSD produced a vivid and quite beautiful,
So, straight
precisely
line but
structured
no
web
circular
with
motion.
excellent regularity. Unfortunately, though, the spider clearly didn't get round to finishing it. So while not necessarily the kindest experiments ever, this research was a fascinating doorway into the visual expression of these substances through the mysterious spider's amazing spinning abilities. And that's it from all top 5s.
That's
I'd love to
amazing.
hear your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe and click the bell to stay informed. Or you can click there to support all top 5s on Patreon, becoming a true legend. Peace and love to each and every one of you, and I'll see you all next time on All Top 5s.
Wow, that's amazing. Like, didn't even know about the spider. All I know is the spiders, 8 legs, 8 eyes, make webs, different species, 48,000 different species of spiders alone, and they last in about 25 years of a lifetime, and they've been in 200 million years. Wow. The one thing that I did not know is the number one was, like, when they're not on drugs, they made a normal web design, but they put on marijuana, LSD, and other form of drug. It makes a weird looking web. God, I never even knew that. But a goat spider, really? Jeez, I never even. There's so many stuff that spider do that we don't even know. But all I know is, like, I'm not arachnophobia, but if I see a spider, I leave it alone, as long as it leaves me alone. I mean, I'm not afraid of spiders. I just don't like spiders that will kill you, especially the black widow and maybe tarantula. But but anyways, I enjoy this video. I'm gonna do react more of all top 5s. This is pretty good. If you guys and girls enjoy this video, please give it a like. If you want more videos like this, hit the subscribe button. And if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. And if you want more videos to come, hit the notification bell for more videos to come. So, that's all the time I have with this video. My name is Sly. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed me reacting all top 5's 5 incredible spider facts. And until next time, sleep tight.